Well, welcome back here to Ask the Patent Attorney. I'm Nate Lewinsky here with Vin Latempio.
Welcome.
At Klaus, Stanger, and Latempio, Western New York. And you can also reach them here at patenthome.com on the internet, or give them a call here at the 800 number. And we got another question here today to answer and to work through. And, I read the question, inventors out there, a lot of times an inventor and you guys out there, you have a lot more than just one idea. I mean, you may have one that's going to really be the one, but you got a whole jumble of ideas in your head, and sometimes it's hard to focus. On Monday you got this idea, Tuesday that idea, Wednesday that idea. What makes a good idea that's ready to sell, and how do you make that determination? How do you push that one through? What do you do there?
Well, there's all kinds of elements that go into it. Is it something easy to manufacture? Is it light? It's easy to ship. Is it going to sell real easily to go on the shelf? And there's a lot of things that go into that perfect idea. But I really want to talk about it more generally. There is no perfect idea. And if you're waiting for your perfect best idea, it might not ever get there. And that's why you just have to take that jump and say, here, this is the one I'm going to commit to and I'm going to go forward to. And that's the biggest thing you have to start off with. And I talked to different manufacturers and developers, and one of the guys said to me is, I'm looking for that inventor with that fire in his belly, that I know that he's just never going to quit. And I've seen a lot of these people. I mean, no matter how bad they get beaten down, I keep saying to myself, I don't know if I can do what they're doing, but they just keep punching. They keep picking up the phone and calling me and say, Vin, I got this new idea. Let's go forward. I'm still working. I have this manufacturer out of China I'm starting to work with now, and we're getting this close, and I'm always waiting for them to get over the top. And some people, just at that point give up. They see an obstacle and they give up. Other people look at those obstacles as just part of the package. It's what we expect to do, and we see an obstacle, we go through it, we go over it, or we go around it, we go under it, whatever it takes, we're just going to go for it. And I tell you what, if I sat there right now and told you all the problems that you're gonna have on this trip, maybe you wouldn't do the trip, maybe you wouldn't go on the trip. But when you get there, you're halfway there, you're not turning back, and you're just going forward. And maybe this is more of a inspirational speech here to try to get the inventors to understand the commitment that it takes to take that idea to the next step. And you have right now, you're working, you're sitting down at a desk every day, you have a current job, and you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe I could be doing something else with my life, going somewhere. Well, do it. Figure out how to take that next step. Do whatever research it takes. They say 1 hour a day on any subject you become an expert. My goal is to 1 hour a day learn a little bit more about editing videos and doing that in my new hobby of creating these videos. But yeah, I'm becoming better at it. Every time I get in front of the camera, I feel like I'm getting better. But that's the same thing with your new idea. You come up with a new idea, you have to think of 3 things that are necessarily have to be done: marketing, manufacturing, and distributing your product. And there's no way as an inventor you can wear all these hats. So you have to learn about it. You'll have to get other people to help you to do those things. And you have to figure out some way, somehow to do it. And it's not easy. It takes commitment. It takes vision. It takes impact. I mean, you have to, it impacts you, impacts your life. It's not a lottery ticket that just pays for itself. It's something that you have to turn into whatever it's going to become.
Yeah, so maybe the best ideas are the ones you put the most work into. It's not about how it just is right there. It's about, can I see it through? Can I persevere? Can I make it into what it is at the end? Not just, you wrote it down on a napkin, you had the fleeting idea, you were watching something at night, and it just came to you after a couple of beers, whatever it is.
But even if it did, I mean, there's pressure on you to take that idea to the next stop. And ideas, as Donald Trump says, are just fluff and clouds. Hard work and sweat is what make those ideas go forward, and it's the person that sells it. I mean, if you came to my office in 1976 and said, I got this great new idea, it's the pet rock. And you don't have to pet it. You don't have to get somebody to watch it when you go on vacation. You don't have to get anybody to watch it. You don't have to feed it. It's the best pet in the world. And we're going to sell rocks to everybody in a box. But I got you out, Nate, and I had thrown you out of my office. And then you went out and made $1 million. And that's the guy in a bar saying, the American people are so crazy, they'll buy anything. I bet you I could sell them a box of rocks. And then he went out and he says, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then for whatever reason, he found it in himself to go out and buy rocks and buy a box to put them in and get it done. But it takes commitment, and you have to be in it for the long term, and you have to be willing to say, look, I believe in my idea, and no matter what anybody else says, I'm going to go forward with it.
Right, and that makes sense, and that goes along with a lot of more things in life other than just ideas for inventions or new businesses. But you have this idea, you're gonna work at it, you gotta put the time in, and then you also gotta make the correct phone calls. Give Invention a call at pattonhome.com. That's gonna give you a foot up in the right direction.
Well, certainly, and it's the 2,000-mile journey. It starts with the first step.
Right.
The Chinese proverb, it starts with the first step, and the first step in a lot of these new ideas is to protect it. And how do you protect it? Is through a patent and be the first person to file your patent application. So if you come to us, we can give you a flat fee, a fair rate. You can call me directly on the phone and talk to me anytime you want, and we can get the process started and start going with the patent and protect your idea.
Sure. I mean, it's almost as if, you just want to get to grandma's house with that basket of ideas, but you got that big bad wolf's coming around. You got to have something to protect yourself, and maybe
absolutely.
Patent attorney Inventor over here is going to have, he'll shoot that wolf down for you, and then you'll be all set to go.
We're ready to protect you. We're ready. We're here to do it.
Well, okay. We're ready here also for your questions. Try to hit them here on the YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter, wherever you can, wherever you can find us. Vin here has been gracious enough to offer a free patent search along. If we use your question, and the more involved you are, engage yourself with the program, the more we'll be able to help you, and vice versa. So hopefully we'll see you again here soon. And thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you again.
Thanks very much.